Hello, welcome to Business. The Association of Ghana Industries has described as positive signals that the banking sector cleanup is close to ending. The crisis witnessed over the past year affected lending to businesses and confidence in the banking sector. Chief Executive of the association, Chuma Kwabwa, is hopeful the situation will change as the central bank winds up its exercise to sanitize the banking sector.
I think the concern started last year when the banking sector, had those challenges because it actually brought down confidence level in the banking sector. And what it meant was that people were not even putting their monies in the bank and the financial institutions. And it means that it was denying the financial institutions the needed funds to also on-lend to businesses. So access to finance became an issue. For this year, the development, Bank of Ghana has made a clear position that they have finished cleaning up the banking sector. And that for me is positive. It means that we should now have confidence back in the banking industry. But I don't think that they have completely finished the work because they said the micro and then the savings and loans, because they have all been affected by the panic withdrawal that is in the system. And it's a whole chain. You can't leave one and you can't deal with one and leave the others. So those are also very important. So for me, the cleanup has not been completed yet. But as far as the banking sector itself is concerned, I think that a lot of work has been done, and with the development we've had now and with the assurance we've had from the Bank of Ghana to show up, the liquidity position of these banks and those also who have been upgraded to meet the minimum capital requirements, what we expect is that there will be a lot more liquidity.
Mr. Chuma Kwabwa spoke to Joy Business at the 2019 Crystal Ball Africa organized by law firm AB and David. It has brought together business executives to take a look at issues that will impact businesses in the new year. Isabel Boateng is managing partner at AB and David.
I think it's been fantastic. We, as AB and David, at Crystal Ball Africa is about looking into the crystal ball. It's about looking at how policy and business strategy would inform the policy and strategy of business for the coming year. And the first day has been fantastic. We had the first session on transformation of SMEs, and I think that everybody here is leaving with something, I'm sure, a push to transform their businesses this coming year.
So what is the overall aim and what do you hope to attain after these 2 days?
Okay, after these 2 days, we hope that businesses will feel the need to push themselves, to understand the purpose of strategy, to understand that businesses are not just for today, but to outlive founders. We are looking at having businesses in Ghana and business in Africa that will be mega businesses, that will be transformational and, not just for this generation, but for years to come.
In other news this morning, some modifications may be made to the new Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3 to enhance service delivery. According to the Minister for Aviation, Kofi Adda, this will include some changes at the customs check-in point at the arrivals and designing of the terminal to give it a Ghanaian feel. He spoke to Joy Business at the first strategic aviation sector meeting held at the Pediastic Valley Resort.
The two-day strategic off-site meeting by the Ministry of Aviation brought together various regulators in the aviation industry. That's directors from the Ministry of Aviation, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and the Ghana Airports Company Limited. Together, these bodies have come here to forge an action plan for the aviation industry to help implement policies under this particular sector. This is to enable the sector develop and contribute to the socio-economic development of the country, as well as help Ghana become the aviation hub. In an interaction with the media after the first section of the meeting, the Minister for Aviation, Kofi Adda, stressed on some issues that they will be tackling for the year 2019, highlighting the operationalization of the home-based carrier as key on the agenda for the year 2019.
We've gone quite far, entered into an understanding with the Ethiopian Airlines. We've also been engaging some investors who also want to participate in the effort. In fact, one of the reasons why I'm a little late for this meeting is to have a meeting with one of them who has come purposely to talk to us and see how he can participate. We've gone quite far with that. We're hoping that this month we'll be able to review what we started. We will try to conclude that in February or negotiate any other item that we have to negotiate by end of March, we hope to be able to conclude on everything, and going to the early part of second quarter, God willing, we shall begin to fly as a home-based carrier.
Moving on, the minister further added that there will be some modifications made to the new Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3 to give it a Ghanaian feel.
Anybody who hasn't been to Ghana once they land at the airport should see and say, oh, this is Ghana. And when they take a postcard of that and send it home, they'll know Ghana is a slightly different place, will be distinguished from other countries. And then when you go into the terminal building, again, there's nothing, absolutely nothing Ghanaian in there, and that's not acceptable at all. So that has to be done as quickly as possible. Not just the advertising, the Ghanaian symbolism of what makes us a people, that should be in there. So that's what I'm urging the airports company to do. I'll follow through with the directive for them to ensure that it's done as quickly as possible. But what is most troubling is that when you go through immigration and get your luggage through the baggage handling system, you meet the customs people. What many of us who have traveled out of the country see existing other airports is that, they usually have two routes or channels which you can go through. Worse yet, when you step out of that again, you're moving straight into the general public. So we need to structure that. I think that's a major default in the design of the T3, and that's what I'm urging the Ghana Airport Company to work on.
Reporting for Joy Business from PDRC, my name is Sheila Tamaklo.
All right, that's it for business. Sports is up next. Do stay tuned.